An investigation begins when a mysterious photo appears, possibly showing a long-lost teacher named Carol. This image was found in the Weifei Peninsula, a place dealing with strange anomalies inside Lemnian Hollow, prompting a deeper look into the region's recent troubles and setting the main quest in motion. To investigate the photo discreetly, protagonists Wise and Bell become nominal disciples of Yixuan Shifu and her Yunque summit. This alliance provides them with the cover and unique skills needed to navigate the treacherous hollows, while Yixuan hints that she knows more about their teacher than she reveals. Shifu's divination foretells a dangerous journey ahead, a prediction confirmed by the AI assistant Fairy, which calculates a 91.3% chance of an accident. The warning specifically mentions a conflict with the interests of a powerful corporation known as TOPS, adding a layer of corporate conspiracy to the mission. The mission begins with immediate disaster. The airship carrying Wise and Shifu to Weifei Peninsula comes under fire from an unknown enemy and loses altitude. This sudden violent attack confirms that their investigation is being actively sabotaged by a hidden foe who wants to keep them out. After the crash, an inspection of the wreckage reveals evidence of an explosion from a ranged weapon. This confirms that the crash was not an accident, but a deliberate attack. The team realizes they are being watched, raising the stakes and turning their investigation into a hunt for a mysterious enemy. Arriving at the Sribian Temple, the new base of operations, Wise is introduced to his senior, the high-spirited Ju Fufu. She gives him a tour of the area, providing a brief moment of levity before they are drawn into the deeper conflicts brewing within the Weifei Peninsula. The investigation quickly uncovers local unrest. Workers are protesting against the powerful corporation Porcelamex, a subsidiary of TOPS, demanding compensation for a recent safety accident at a production site inside the hollow. The company's evasiveness suggests a cover-up is underway, connecting to the mission's original goal. The team discusses the deliberate airship attack, concluding someone with inside knowledge leaked their travel plans. They suspect a conspiracy is afoot to obstruct their investigation for the mayor, possibly by the same entity responsible for the unrest at the Porcelamex production site, setting up a complex web of deceit. The history behind Sribian Temple is explained, revealing it was abandoned after a tragedy during the fall of the old capital. This event cost Yunque Summit dearly and is directly tied to why the region is now under the control of TOPS, hinting at a painful past. Wise contacts Belle, briefing her on the targeted attack and the dangerous situation in Weifei. Despite his warnings for her to stay away, Belle insists on joining the investigation in person, determined to help uncover the truth about their teacher and not be a liability in the field. Damien Blackwood, the head of Porcelamex, makes a formal appearance. With a thinly veiled threat, he warns the mystics to stay away from the porcelain mines inside the hollow. His intimidating demeanor and obvious attempts to obstruct their work only deepen the team's suspicion that he's hiding something. The team gets a crucial lead from Colmano Minato, a worker who witnessed the accident firsthand. He claims the incident was a mass corruption outbreak caused by defective anti-corruption medicine provided by Porcelamex, directly blaming the corporation for the workers' suffering and revealing the depth of their negligence. Dr. Lohr is introduced as a seemingly benevolent figure fighting for the workers. He claims to have developed a cheap alternative medicine, alleviating water, and asks the team to help him find evidence to expose Porcelamex's foul play, positioning himself as a key ally in their investigation. Deep inside the perilous hollow, Wise begins his training under Shifu's guidance. She teaches him advanced perception techniques, allowing him to see the residual traces of ether and follow the trail of the corruption outbreak, which proves crucial for navigating the dangerous and deceptive environment they now face. The team encounters Dr. Lohr under highly suspicious circumstances deep within the hollow, far from where he claimed he would be. His flimsy excuse of being chased by ethereals while collecting samples plants the first seed of doubt about his true intentions and whether he is truly an ally. After gathering what they believe is definitive evidence against Porcelamex, the team feels their investigation is a success. Dr. Lohr announces his plan to use this information to rally the workers for a large-scale protest, seemingly bringing the fight for justice to its final stage, but something feels off. A brief moment of peace allows the team to plan renovations for Suibian Temple. This discussion about restoring the temple to its former glory symbolizes their commitment to rebuilding and healing the community, contrasting sharply with the dark conspiracies and corruption they are currently fighting against in Weifei. Belle's safe arrival marks a turning point as Damien reappears with a shocking counter-narrative. He claims Dr. Lohr is the true villain, deliberately sabotaging Porcelamex and manipulating the workers for his own gain. The conflicting stories suggest a much deeper and more complex deception is at play. The horrifying truth about Dr. Lohr's alleviating water is finally exposed. The medicine contains miasma, which doesn't heal, but instead induces pleasant hallucinations of past memories while secretly accelerating the patient's corruption. This reveal unmasks Dr. Lohr as a dangerous and manipulative charlatan. The investigation takes a dark turn as the team discovers Dr. Lohr's treatment is actually a sacrifice ritual. They discover he is an exaltist, a member of a sinister cult, and are forced to watch in horror as he sacrifices his followers in the hollow, revealing his terrible true nature. Cornered by the team, Dr. Lohr monologues about his devotion to a creator before willingly letting himself be consumed by miasma. His transformation confirms his allegiance to the exaltists and reveals that he is merely a pawn in a much larger, more fanatical plan orchestrated by a higher power. After cracking the data on a flash drive found at Dr. Lohr's clinic, Belle uncovers the exaltists' entire scheme. The data proves they orchestrated the initial corruption incident and subsequent protests to gather victims for their ritual, revealing a meticulously planned and widespread conspiracy against the people of Weifei. Weakened from battle, Shifu reveals her traumatic past. Her older sister, the former high preceptor of Yongquei Summit, sacrificed her life and memories to save people during the fall of the old capital. This painful history explains Shifu's deep-seated trauma and her motivations throughout the investigation. A mass corruption outbreak sweeps through the city, orchestrated by the exaltists. To save everyone, Shifu is forced to use a forbidden and life-threatening technique to absorb the rampant aether. The powerful act stabilizes the city, but leaves her severely weakened, taking her out of the fight. The exaltists manipulate the remaining workers into a massive protest inside the hollow, a final ploy for a large-scale sacrifice. Eric, the union head, reveals he has lost all control, and with Shifu incapacitated, the remaining disciples must find a way to stop the impending catastrophe on their own. Using the intel from the flash drive, Belle pinpoints the location of the exaltists' main hideout inside the hollow. With this crucial information, the team now has a clear target and a chance to strike at the heart of the conspiracy and prevent the ritual from reaching its climax. The team's infiltration of the hideout is revealed to be a trap. They are confronted by a powerful exaltist who speaks of a creator's will. This encounter confirms their fears that Dr. Lohr was just a subordinate and that a more powerful entity is directing the entire operation from the shadows. The true mastermind behind the exaltist plot is revealed to be a figure known as the Great Overseer. This unseen leader communicates through a proxy, confirming that the entire crisis in Weifei Peninsula is just one part of a much larger and more organized, dark ritual that is still on track. During the final battle, Shifu is trapped in a miasma-induced illusion. She relives her sister's final moments and finally understands her true last words and the motivation behind her sacrifice. Freed from her past trauma, she finds new resolve, ready to fully embrace her role as High Preceptor. Yixuan rallies her disciples for the final battle, rejecting the notion of sacrificing her students as her predecessor did. She declares she will face the ultimate threat alone if necessary. This marks her transformation into a true leader, ready to protect both her people and the future of Yongquei Summit. Within the Exaltist lab, horrifying research logs are discovered. The documents detail experiments on turning living creatures into pure miasma, revealing the true, monstrous purpose of their ritual, not just sacrifice, but the complete annihilation and transformation of their victims into a weaponized substance for unknown purposes. The Great Overseer manifests for the final confrontation, a monstrous being of immense power. The Exaltist leader begins the grand ceremony, mocking the heroes for their futile resistance and declaring that the Creator's will is absolute, setting the stage for a desperate, climactic battle for Weifei Peninsula. Fully embracing her power as the 13th High Preceptor, Yixuan confronts the Overseer. Empowered by the memory of her sister's sacrifice, she unleashes the full might of Yun Kuei's summit's techniques, finally defeating the mastermind and putting a decisive end to the Exaltist's horrifying ritual. In the aftermath, the crisis is averted and the people of Weifei are saved. While the community celebrates Yun Kuei's summit as heroes, lingering questions remain about the Exaltists' broader goals and the strange, powerful device they left behind, hinting that the threat is not entirely gone. The original mystery that started the entire investigation, the photo of Carol, remains unsolved. Wise and Bell now suspect that the photo was nothing more than a carefully crafted lure by the Exaltists, designed to draw them into the conflict and use them as pawns in their much larger, sinister game. In a chilling final scene, a mysterious new figure named Lady Sarah is informed of the ritual's failure. Unfazed, she dismisses the event as a minor setback and confirms that her overarching plan can still proceed, revealing that the battle in Weifei was just one small piece of a much larger conspiracy.